It's 2 in the morning. I just sat down to start doing the editing process and realized I don't even have an intro. I didn't say anything. I just started filming stuff when I was working on the car earlier. So, with that in mind, welcome to the vlog. How y'all doing today? I hope you're having a good day. It's Wednesday. It's time to vlog about more random stuff. Mostly RCs, but yeah, more random stuff. Here you go. I know this doesn't look very good, but it's the best I can do for sealing this. Richard Dent, Mr. Dent, I know you suggested using model glue or super glue, I think that's too permanent. The last person did that and it wreaked havoc on the rims. It heats up the plastic when the glue activates and it causes bad spots. Like it weakens the rim. You can see chunks missing that I've actually filled in with some of this. It's extra shiny because, well, it's silicone and it's got a light reflecting down from this angle here. This is the silicone I've used. Marine usage. It says it takes a while to dry, up to 12 hours. So I've got the heat gun going here. But you guys don't want to hear that, so I'm going to jump on ahead. I'm not going to overheat it or anything. Just little blasts, 5-10 second spurts to speed up the drying process. Just to kind of show you guys what I mean, how rough super glue or model glue actually is on this, weakened. And it just broke exactly where the glue was sitting, the mass amount of the glue, because like it wasn't done very tidy. And this is the condition it leaves the rubber in. The rubber's pulled up over the edge of the rim here. You can see all the dried glue in here and how cracked and rotted it is. It's not in good shape. But everything I do, you gotta remember, is on a budget. A very small budget, but a budget. I still manage. So that's why I'm using the silicone. It's a less permanent, less damaging solution. We're gonna see if it holds first though. And then there's these. These are out of these tires. The other tires were thinner. Like, thinner. Where are they? Oh, they're out in the other room. They didn't have foam inserts in them anymore. And here's these foam inserts. I'm going to hit them with some heat, dry them out a little quicker, and then seal up these tires too. Okay, so I've had to redo one of these two tires. When I had the rubber off the tire, off the rim, it switched, and the wear pattern was on the wrong side. So I wasn't happy, peeled all the old silicone off and redid it. Got those done. My larger tires, dried out the foam, dried out the rim, dried out the inside of the tire, picked off as much of the old hardened crazy glue that was in the rubber and on the rim, causing it to not fit again properly. Don't crazy glue or model glue your tires and rim. These are originally the front steering tires, but being that I'm running slash tires on the back, I run my old drive tires as steering tires. Get a little bit more grip for turning. The elastics are just to kind of hold the rubber in close, get it in tight so it's a good seal on the rim and even, because I don't want things bouncing or vibrating the wrong way. So much like real cars, these little RC cars always need something fixing. Yeah, I broke something new, but it was already broken, so it's something old, so I broke something old. Wanna see? Okay, so the broken part is this right here. You could kind of really see the brake. Let me get some light in here for you. See it? Right where those three parts come together. I've looked all over the internet to try and find an aluminum shock tower replacement, and there is not one that I can find yet anyways. I tried looking for the aftermarket parts such like RPM, because RPM parts seem to really hold up well. They don't make them for the Raider. As for the other project I showed you earlier, the tires are sealed again. You can see the silicone on them, but I mean it's going to be a lot easier to work with than super glue or crazy glue like the previous person did. That is not a good idea. I do not recommend you ever use any kind of glue that hardens solid like that, because it'll destroy the rim and it'll eat out the tire, and if you ever need to work on them, it makes it impossible. But still, thank you for the suggestion, Mr. Dent, of using model glue or super glue. I forget which one it was, but I'm not going to do that. I recommend you to try silicone. It actually really worked well today. This tire sealed like it, and all the abuse and everything it was through outside, and it's still sealed. And the foam's still dry. A few hours later in the afternoon, battery recharged, went to go back outside and run the Raider a little bit more. Yes, I'm tired. It's later at night. I don't even know what time of night it is. It's past 11, at least. Anyhow, I'm starting to rip this thing apart again already. I'd show you, but I have to refocus first, so I just thought I'd say this first. I think I've already identified the problem. I pulled my old 12-turn motor out. It's in pretty bad shape. I'll give you a closer look in a minute. I have another one to go in, but this presents another problem. I won't have my 22-toothed pinion. Pinion? Or is that the spur? No, that's the pinion gear. I always get those two mixed up. So, I might have a solution. But I gotta message somebody first, and when he watches this video the next day, he's gonna be like, oh, that's who you're messaging. Anyway, I'll show you the close-up now. So this is what happens when you run your electronics out in the wet, even though they're supposed to be waterproof. We got a lot of salt put down here in Canada through the winter. Salt turns into this corrosion and rust, and if it looks like that on the outside, you can imagine what it might look like on the inside. Why am I tearing it apart just because of a little bit of rust? Well, I have a problem with the car. I turn it on, and I get 3 beeps out of the speed controller. Just beep, 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 and I can still sync up. I can still drive the car, but I drive it for about 10 seconds and it shuts down. I can still steer, but I can't drive anymore. It's not overheating. I can shut it down, start everything back up, everything resynchronizes, and I can repeat the whole process over again. Now when it turns on, I'm getting 3 beeps instead of a single beep. I'm wondering if that has to do with something bad in the motor. Maybe the coils or something like that have corroded and it's chewing up more power and doing a low voltage shutdown. This is just a theory. I have one way to test this, and that is to put in this new shiny Titan 12-turn 550 motor. It'll be good, clean, good condition, and if I turn it on it still beeps 3 times, I can assume I'm still going to have the same problem. So yeah, if you've ever had this issue where you turn on your RC and you get 3 beeps where normally you'd only have 1 when you turn it on, please let me know, otherwise I have to scour the internet. This is not the original transmitter for the Arrma Raider. I think one of the previous owners of this car may have swapped it with something different. And they kept the better transmitter, the Arrma transmitter, for their equipment. I'll deal with what I got. Alright, so I've swapped out this. Something rather unfortunate though, it just prevents me from being able to do work even further, and it's my luck. I have this luck. It's always one thing or another, some kind of curse. Okay, so I'll explain something else before I get into that. I've got the new 12-turn at least hooked up so I could test this, and my original theory I think was correct. Old motor, you can tell it's not wired or hooked up to anything. New motor, now watch, okay. Transmitter on, machine on, 1 beep, and then the synchronized beep. Just to show you again. Oh, see, this is part of the problem right here I'm having. When it does that 3 beep, it doesn't last for long. I'll try and even show you again. This is gonna be hard to do though. Give me a sec, I'm gonna set you guys down. So do please try and remember as I'm doing this, I am just learning this stuff as I go. Okay? Let's try this again. Transmitter on. Okay, I get these 3 beeps. And I'm only doing this holding the motor and using the trim. I'm not actually pulling the trigger. It shuts down. Okay? I got nothing. Let me get that back to where it was. Alright, so shut that off. Shut that off. Now what the hell? Is this simply because I'm turning one on before the other? What is going on with this? One beep. Alright. Alright, well obviously one beep is good, 3 beeps is bad. I'm not going to show you because it's late and Chewy's sleeping right now. Even though they're in the opposite end of the apartment, he'll still hear this motor whine out. When it only does 1 beep, I don't get power loss, it doesn't shut off. Now for the unfortunate thing that I still have to explain. This is the old motor again. Set screw that holds this gear onto this shaft is stripped. It was stripped when it come to me. It's gonna probably end up having to stay on this motor. It's a shame because it's a 22 gear or 22 tooth gear, and I like the way it sets up. I like the speed I've been getting out of it plus the acceleration. Whereas this motor has nothing on it. And I don't have a way to London to get another gear for it right now. Let alone the $2 to buy the gear. Yeah, I know, it's unfortunate, it's sad, but oh well, I don't, that's the end of that. I just need to figure out a way to get that stripped. I just need to find a way to get this stripped set screw out of here, put a good set screw in it, and use this gear on the new motor. And be back in action. Whereas this motor has nothing on it. And I don't have a way to London to get another gear for it right now. Let alone the $2 to buy the gear. Yeah, I know, it's unfortunate, it's sad, but oh well, I don't, that's the end of that. I just need to figure out a way to get that stripped. I just need to find a way to get this stripped set screw out of here, put a good set screw in it, and use this gear on the new motor. And be back in action. I wish there was a way I could just miraculously get a new transmitter receiver, get a new ESC, brushless motor, and a new LiPo battery, but then that's all dreaming. To get all that stuff at once would be next to impossible. I also want to try and find, I've found the aluminum replacement parts for the Raider, but I haven't found the front shock tower in aluminum, and I would like to find that piece in some sort of alloy because it'll hold up a lot longer. I can already tell it's going to be a part that likes to break. Let's hope that's not the case. Once we get back into warmer weather, things might snap a lot less. Maybe. But for now, for tonight, I'm just going to shut down the vlog. It's a tiring day. I've been tired all day long. I've got that dying for spring feeling, I guess you could say. I don't know. I'm at a loss for words because I'm tired. So, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate all the support. I love the comments. The feedback is wicked cool. Please, keep it up. Thanks for watching though. It really does mean a lot to me. I want you guys to stay positive, keep on smiling, and we'll see you in the next vlog. Hopefully this will be back together by then, right? Yeah. Good night, guys.